Support comes from Missouri Forest Products Association, committed to sustainable and sound conservation of the state's forests, which support more than 41,000 Missouri jobs, resulting in a $10 billion industry. ChooseWood.com.
From St. Louis Public Radio. This is St. Louis on the Air.
Yaman jerk chicken sandwich that came on a pretzel bun, matcha powder, the shaved ice, and Korean mochi.
So I gotta say, my great sadness with City Foundry, and I keep going back because I still love it, but these places are so popular at this point, they are selling out by the time I show up. So it feels like this guide, if I have my first choice place in mind, this guide is useful. Bring it with you because you might have to go for your second or third.
That's exactly right. And they have a lot of cool stuff coming up. You know, Gerard Kraft's Fordo's Killer Pizza is getting ready to open this month.
I'm Sarah Fensky. St. Louis dining rooms are packed full these days, and if you're having a hard time getting into that tried and true favorite, it might be the perfect time to try something new. And joining us with the highlights on this month's Sauce Magazine hit list is the magazine's executive editor, Meera Nagarajan. Meera, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
So, Meera, is it just me, or have new restaurant openings not kept pace with this big demand in recent weeks? It just feels like everybody is back to going out to eat.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true. I feel like the weather is changing and people are excited to get out again. And so it's true that there's a lot of demand.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the restaurant industry. They've had a tough couple of years.
Yes.
But now it's like everybody wants a place to eat at 7 o'clock on a Saturday.
That's right.
So here you are with some recommendations. You are recommending a new place in St. Charles. This place sounds pretty unique. Can you tell us about the Crooked Boot?
Yeah, there are Creole, Caribbean, Southern place. It's mostly takeout. And, you know, the things that, our managing editor, Liz Wolfson, she's from New Orleans, and she really loved the food here. We tried a bunch of things like boudin balls and fried okra and beignets and gumbo, but our favorite things were the Yaman jerk chicken sandwich that came on a pretzel bun with the cabbage, slaw, and pickled red onions, and then the Dirty Boy, which was fried catfish and fried shrimp on this like roll that came from Le Bon Boucher. Oh. And it had this like creamy voodoo sauce on it with crunchy lettuce. So it was really good. The way they fried everything, like the fried okra and the fried catfish, had such a great crust on it. It wasn't too soggy. It wasn't over like, you know, when you fry it in cold oil, it just holds all the oil in it. So it was like perfectly crisp and really delicious flavors. I really enjoyed everything from Crooked Boot.
And so you have a Louisiana native who's vouching for this place.
Yes, high praise from her. Yes.
That is hard to get those Louisiana natives to vouch for anywhere else. So
You're
that's
right.
The Crooked Boot in St. Charles. Want to encourage people to check that out. Now, if you're looking for something that's new, I imagine, to many of our listeners, there's a new spot in West County. This is called Spoonful. What are they serving?
Yes, it's a really super cute place, and they serve, the primary thing that they serve on their menu is called bingsu, which is a Korean shaved ice dessert. And I spoke to their owner, Monica Lee, and she basically described the base for the shaved ice as like almost like melted vanilla ice cream. They put it in this Korean shaved ice machine, and it spits out these like kind of coconut shaving ice shavings. And then they layer it with flavors like mango or strawberry. But I tried their matcha, it was like matcha powder, the shaved ice, and Korean mochi, which is like this glutinous rice balls. And it was really fun. It's like this huge piled high snow cone, basically. And I thought that the matcha one was really beautiful flavors and kind of sweet, but not too sweet. Mm-hmm. And I also tried their taiyaki, which is sort of like a waffly batter. And then they put it in this press. And inside the waffle batter, there's either red bean paste or Nutella. So it was kind of like a warm snack that was fun to have with the bingsu. And they also have like, you know, your like the milk drinks, sweet tea drinks, and stuff like that with boba, like boba tea and coffee drinks and stuff too. But the bingsu is really the thing to get here. That's like their star menu thing.
And so if people are looking for kind of that dessert experience that extends the evening, sit and linger and enjoy something that's sweet, is this a place you could do that?
Yeah, and the corner that they're in, the little strip mall that they're in, there's a couple of other Korean spots in that little area, that strip mall there. So I think it's a perfect end to an evening, for sure.
So that is Spoonful Dessert Cafe. They're out in West County on Olive Boulevard. You can get the full details on our website, stlonair.show. Also, of course, Sauce Magazine has all the info you need. And this month, that includes a guide to eating at City Foundry. Now, I got to say, I love City Foundry. They have all these food stalls from all over the world. They have just been swarmed lately.
Yes. Oh my God. Every day they are really busy. They're not open on Tuesdays, but every other day they are slammed. And so our goal with the guide was to find our favorite thing at each stall so that if you go and you happen to be in a line at a certain stall, you can take a little piece of advice from us about what we enjoyed most at that particular place.
So I got to say, my great sadness with City Foundry, and I keep going back because I still love it, but these places are so popular at this point, they are selling out by the time I show up. So it feels like this guide, if I have my first choice place in mind, this guide is useful. Bring it with you because you might have to go for your second or third.
That's exactly right. And they have a lot of cool stuff coming up. You know, Gerard Craft's Fordo's Killer Pizza is getting ready to open this month. We love like Poptimism, which is on our cover. They're cones with the magic shell. And then Chez Ali and Chicken Scratch were on our best new restaurant list this year. So those are really great places that we're excited about. Intergalactic. That was one of my favorite places that we went to this time around. It's a burger spot in the Foundry, and they have a list of burgers. They have a list of loaded fries, like cheese fries, and then shakes. So it's just like simple food, but like it was so good. Their Supernova burger was like a spicy burger with like chilies on it, pepper jack cheese. It was so delicious. And then their Wookiee fries, which was like cheese fries with like a mustard sauce, but it was such an awesome experience. I mean, I think every stall has something really great to offer, but those are the places that I was really excited about this time around.
Well, I want to encourage people, don't give up on trying to go to the City Foundry. It is super crowded. The food there is so good, and the Sauce Magazine guide gives you plenty of choices, even if you can't go to your first choice spot. Well, Meera Nagarajan, thank you so much for joining us today with these recommendations.
Thank you for having me.
And Meera is Sauce Magazine's executive editor. You can find the full list of what's recommended this month, stlonair.show, and of course, always Sauce Magazine, wherever you pick up your copy. This is St. Louis on the Air on St. Louis Public Radio. This episode was produced by Alex Hoyer, with audio engineering and podcast design by Aaron Dorr. Our executive producer is Alex Hoyer. St. Louis on the Air is a production of St. Louis Public Radio. Understanding starts here.
Do you find yourself regularly listening to episodes of St. Louis on the Air? Suggest us to a friend you think might enjoy our conversations. And leave us a review and rating on Apple Podcasts on the App Store. It's the simplest way to help people discover our show. Thanks.
St. Louis Public Radio is a member-supported service of the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association. Missouri produces wood pallets, railroad ties, white oak barrels, hardwood floors, and more. Details on the variety of products made in the state are at choosewood.com.